Welcome to the Resilient Retail Game Plan, a podcast for anyone wanting to start, grow or scale a profitable creative product business with me, Catherine Eardley. The Resilient Retail Game Plan is a podcast dedicated to one thing, breaking down the concepts and tools that I've gathered from 20 years in the retail industry and showing you how you can use them in your business. This is the real nuts and bolts of running a successful product business, broken down in an easy, accessible way. This is not a podcast about learning how to make your business look good. It's the tools and techniques that will make you and your business feel good. Confidently plan, launch and manage your products, and feel in control of your sales numbers and cash flow to help you build a resilient retail business. Welcome to the Resilient Retail Game Plan. Hi, I'm your host, Catherine Eardley, as well as the founder of the Resilient Retail Club. I'd love to invite you to head over to resilientretailclub.com to find out more about my mastermind and membership for product business owners. And also, if you want to know how ready your business is for Christmas, then head over to resilientretailclub.com/Christmas quiz, all one word. And that will take you to a quiz where you can find out just how ready you are, as well as give you some personalized suggestions to help your business get ready for Christmas. Yes, I'm talking about the C word. Yes, today's episode is all about Christmas. No, it's not too early. In fact, for some people, it may even be a little bit late. Christmas is coming, and it is definitely the right time of year to start thinking about it, because the more time and effort you put into Christmas now, the smoother it will go. And with many small product business owners taking over 50% of their annual revenue in Christmas in the fourth quarter, then you can understand why it is all worth preparing for. Today, we're going to be talking through 7 ways to prep better for Christmas right now, and what you can be doing to use the summer to get you ready for the busiest time of the year. And as I said, if you're not sure if you're ready or not, head over to resilientretailclub.com/Christmas quiz, and you will find out how ready you are and also get suggestions to help you get prepared. Task number one for the summer. How can you use the summer to get you ready for Christmas? The first thing to think about is to look back on Christmas 2022. If this is your first year, you may not have any information to look back on. But for everyone else who has traded at least part of Christmas 2022, now is the time for you to pull out any analytics, have a look at what worked, what didn't work, and really just to do a thorough recap. If you're a member of the Resilient Retail Club, you can head over to our dedicated section, which is devoted to our Christmas resources, which is called Get Set for Christmas 2023. And within that, you will find a format for going over your Christmas from 2022 and pulling out your lessons learned and strategy. Now, the best time to do this exercise is straight after Christmas, which is when we do it in the club. We actually do this exercise in January to help you get ready. Obviously, the second best time to do it is right now. So at least you've gone through that and had a look. The other things that I would like you to be looking out for, as well as just how did Christmas go last year, any learnings, anything that you want to remember for this year. Try and remember how you were feeling, what tripped you up, were you having problems with any of your partners, for example. Anything like that. Is there anything that you should be aware of going into it? But the other thing that I'd really like you to look out for are patterns. You are looking for sales patterns. You are looking for your peak weeks, your peak days. You're looking for your best sales channels, and you're really delving in to try and understand what to expect for Christmas this year. So that would be point number 1. And off that, point number 2 is make sure you have a sales plan. So it's really important to just sit down and map out for October, November, December, how much money you think you're going to take in your business. There's lots of different ways of doing this, but the most simple way is to look at what did you take in those months last year, if you were trading in those months, and then have a look at where you are so far. So we're about 6 months into the year. You can have a look and see how you're currently trading against the year. So let's say totally you're 10% up. Then you could just simply add 10% to last year's Christmas numbers to give you an idea for this Christmas. Sounds simple or simplistic. It is. It's not worth spending hours delving into all of the detail about what your number could be. You need a short, simple exercise to help you set yourself a sales goal, and then you can start building around it. The reason that I'm so keen on people having sales goals is it helps you just do an exercise as simple as saying, if I think I'm going to take this money in November, based on my average order size, how many orders am I going to have to be dispatching a day? Doing that exercise now in the summer can help you in so many different ways. It helps you understand if you've got enough packaging. It helps you understand if you've got enough hands to actually pack everything. It helps you understand if you've got the space to fulfill your Christmas sales. It helps you understand how many you should be ordering of various different things. So just taking the time to do that step after you've done your recap of Christmas 2022 is really, really powerful in helping get you ready. And it's definitely not too early to be doing this. The third point that I want to make, or the third way to use the summer, is have a look at what you believe your key products are going to be for your campaigns at Christmas. So what do you think is going to feature in your email marketing? What do you think is going to feature on your homepage? What are you planning are going to be your best sellers? You can base this off the best sellers that you had last year. You can base it off what are currently your best sellers. It definitely does not have to be Christmas focused. You do not have to have something with a snowman on or Father Christmas in order to have a Christmas bestseller. But what you're usually looking for is a giftable item. So for example, if you're a candle brand, you might have a particular fragrance that you know is your bestseller. So you're fairly certain that at Christmas, this is going to be your best-selling line as well. Identify those hero products, because that process of doing that will help you prep those specific lines for Christmas, which brings me on to point number 4. Once you've gone through and looked at your assortment and looked at your hero products, point number 4 is make sure you are covered. And that can mean a couple of different things. For some of you, you might do this process and you sit down and you go through and you think, actually, I don't know what people are going to be buying from me at Christmas because my current range doesn't really lend itself to that. So in that case, you've got a little bit of time here. Depends on the lead time of what you're doing, whether you're manufacturing something yourself. You maybe just about have enough time, depends where the manufacturing is. But certainly if you're buying products in from other people, you should have time to place orders and get stock in time for Christmas. So if you've done this exercise already where you've gone through what you believe your key products are going to be, and then you found that there are gaps, then now you've got some time to fill it because we're still in the summer. There's time to work out what you need to do. For example, as I said, if you're just missing that gifting element, if you're missing that 25 to 30 pound gifting element that a lot of people will go for at Christmas time, now you've got time to do something about it. The other thing that you can do in terms of making sure that you're covered is once you've identified your key products, make sure you've got enough of them. Have a look at what you sold between now and this time last year and look at how much stock you've got now. Do you think you're going to be covered? If you're planning 10% up on your sales overall, do you think you're going to sell 10% more of these products than last year? In which case, are you covered? And just keep asking yourself those questions, those key items, the lines that will take the lion's share of the sales during Christmas. You've got to make sure that you've got enough of them. By sitting down now and by looking through all of these plans and by identifying these hero products, you are giving yourself that advantage. Okay, so the fifth way that you can use the summertime to prep for Christmas is to really have a look through all of the events that are currently being advertised in the run-up to Christmas and decide whether or not you want to take part. Now, some of the most popular in-person events particularly may already be booked up. You may be too late for those, but there may be other ones that you want to consider whether or not you're going to take a spot in those as well. So that is research that you can be doing now. It helps you just then plan things out. Start putting together a good timetable of what you're going to be doing over Christmas and when, and identifying when you're going to be taking part in various different events. The sixth way that you can get ready for Christmas right now is to be thinking about pitching your products to gift guides. In terms of long lead magazines and press, they will be working on these now. In fact, you may be too late for some of them, but it's worth thinking about what your PR Christmas strategy is going to be and pitching your products out. Is definitely a good use of your time during the summer. And finally, point number 7, staffing. So this is one of the trickiest things for lots of product businesses getting ready for Christmas, is understanding what their needs are going to be for their staff. But if you go back and think about what we talked about in point number 2 with the sales plan, if you've created yourself a sales plan and you've taken a good look at what your average order value is and what you think you're going to be doing in terms of the number of orders, then you are going to be able to put together a good plan to understand what support you will need. And it may seem crazy to start looking for your Christmas help now, but the truth is you really want to be keeping an eye open for people who've got the right attitude, the right skill set, maybe skill set, but maybe it's just more about people who are going to be willing to jump in, roll up their sleeves, get their hands dirty and help you out during Christmas. So it's not too soon to be looking for those people, even if you just think you're going to have a few hours for them, even if you don't know exactly how much you're going to have for them to do. Getting them in and getting them trained up now before it gets busy means that you can really get a head start. So we've talked about recapping last year and taking your lessons learned from that, using that information to make a sales plan for this year, working out what your key products are, working out if there are any gaps either in the product offering itself or in the stock that you have. Point number 5 was taking a look at all of the events coming up for Christmas and deciding which ones you want to be a part of. Point number 6 about planning out your Christmas PR. And point number 7 about looking ahead and getting the right staff in place. These are just 7 ideas, but there's so much more that you could be doing right now, from preparing your studio, preparing boxes, preparing some elements. If you make products, for example, then you definitely want to be making your bestsellers now during the summer while it's slower. There are so many different things that you can do to get ahead. Then it is really critical that you start thinking about Christmas now so it doesn't come along and catch you unawares. It also means that you could do things like work out your packaging needs, work out anything that you might need during that busy period, so it's all just taken care of now instead of scrambling around. Because during the months of November and December, the only 2 things you really want to be doing are selling and delighting your customers. So anything else that interferes with those is really just not beneficial. So there goes a quick taste of 7 different ways that you can use the summer to get ready for Christmas. There's so much more that you can be doing as well. We haven't even touched on things like your marketing plans, but all of that can be pre-planned. There's nothing at all to say that you can't get your marketing planned out for Christmas now. There's nothing to say that you can't. In fact, you should be trying to get your favorite photographer or the photographer you'd like to use for your Christmas imagery. You should be trying to get them booked in and hope it's not too late. There's all sorts of different things that you can be doing to get ready and use this summertime to help you prepare, because before you know it, we'll be through the summer holidays, we'll be back to school, and then before you know it, it'll be October, and then the 4th quarter will have begun. So it may sound crazy that we're so far away, but in all honesty, several businesses that are really Christmas focused, they just start their planning in January. So for some people, this podcast is coming late, and for other people, it's coming horrifyingly early. But the message is, get yourself ready for Christmas. And if you're not sure if you're ready or not, head on over to resilientretailclub.com/Christmas quiz. Give the quiz a go. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know how you did. Head on over to Instagram at resilientretailclub.com and share with me how you did in the quiz and what you thought of it. And of course, keep an eye out for the Resilient Retail Club. Our Christmas resources are already up. So we have a 3-month planner for October, November, December. We have got recordings of sessions on everything from Christmas promotions to prepping for Christmas events, to using last year as a guide to help you prep for Christmas. And we have a very exciting Get Set for Christmas, Grow Your Christmas Sales Summit coming up in September, which I will be telling you more about at a later date. But for now, head on over to resilientretailclub.com/Christmas quiz and find out how ready you are for Christmas. Don't forget, if you have a minute, to like and review the podcast in Apple Podcasts. That's super helpful. If you have a moment to rate the podcast within the Spotify app, that's great as well. And of course, if you follow or subscribe, you'll be the first to know about each new episode as it comes out. If you've enjoyed this week's episode, then I invite you to check out resilientretailclub.com. The Resilient Retail Club is the membership for anyone wanting to start, grow, or scale a profitable product business. No more trawling Google trying to find the answers to your questions, or wading through general business advice that speaks mainly to service-based businesses. Whether you're still at the idea stage or you've been going for a while but want to get more focused and organised when it comes to your business, the Resilient Retail Club is the place for you. With a library of courses tailored to creative product businesses, several live sessions a month, and a supportive and active community, the Resilient Retail Club is the perfect membership to help you hit your goals faster. Check it out at resilientretailclub.com.